How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The market is closed. It's the weekend, and we have some pretty crazy stuff coming out right now. Some pretty interesting statistics and news for Bitcoin. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can see future videos just like this. There's also going to be a link underneath the video to Margex where you can trade cryptocurrencies using leverage. You can long and short. You can get this set up in just a few minutes. And make sure that you're responsible with it, but it can be a way to help amplify returns, especially in a bull market. And whether you like it or not, you zoom out, we are in a bull market. There's also a link down there to CoinW where you can trade futures or you can trade on leverage, and you can also trade spot. So you can do that underneath the video. You can get up to, about 2 million Jungle Doge token. You can get part of the 100 million token airdrop. Now, right now, Bitcoin is moving up a little bit. As you can see, bouncing off of the lows here today around 63.3. We're up to 64.3. Now, pretty much everyone is talking about this, and I'm actually going to have a video on it tomorrow, a full video. But billionaire Michael Dell just posted this image after tweeting, "Scarcity creates value yesterday. Is Dell buying Bitcoin?" Okay, so again, full video coming on this tomorrow, but this is really interesting. Michael Dell is one of the richest people in the world. Yeah, a lot of people don't think about him when they think about rich people. And Dell has a good amount of cash. He tweeted more than this too. There's more to the story. But they started accepting Bitcoin. This was 10 years ago. Like almost to the day. July 18, 2014, Dell now accepts Bitcoin. They actually accepted, I believe it was $50,000 worth of Bitcoin for some work that they did, which is now over $5 million. So they are not noobs in the Bitcoin space. But more on that tomorrow. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, why do companies like buying Bitcoin besides just number go up? Well, their volatility goes up. Since Metaplanet announced its Bitcoin strategy on April 9th, 911.6 million shares have traded across 55 trading days. This figure surpasses the 805 million shares traded over the entire decade prior, spanning 2,444 trading days from April 8, 2014 to April 8, 2024. That is crazy. Okay, that is very valuable to a company. Why does it matter how much they're trading? Well, a couple different reasons. One, extra liquidity, right? Like if some insider wants to sell, it's much easier to sell into a market that's trading a lot. The more important thing is volatility goes up, which means that they can sell these kind of long senior dated senior notes that are 7-10 years into the future. They can sell them for a premium and they can get low interest rates, which means that they can get very, very cheap access to capital. Essentially, that is probably the biggest reason why some of these companies like buying Bitcoin. It allows them to be a lot more volatile. And right now, you also have the Bitcoin premium. The fact is there are a lot of people that want in on Bitcoin, that like Bitcoin related companies, especially if they cash flow and they can do this kind of strategy. Eventually, when enough companies turn to Bitcoin, it's not like everyone's going to pay attention when someone announces that they're buying Bitcoin. It'll just be like another company buying Bitcoin. It won't be a big deal. But at this point, everyone is watching. Like there are millions of people watching every single company that adds Bitcoin, and they get like free attention from it. It doesn't matter if they're a butcher. It doesn't matter if they're a S&P 500 company. Everyone looks at these Bitcoin strategy companies now. Even Metaplanet. This is halfway across the world, completely across the world. And yet a lot of people from the US are watching Metaplanet now. Okay, so there's a lot more stuff that we have to go into on where we are in the bull market, what's coming next. But first, a word from our sponsor, Helium. A couple months ago, Helium Mobile reached out to me, and they wanted me to try out their product. They have a $20 unlimited data and mobile plan. I've tried it out, and I've been blown away because it is extremely cheap, and it has good coverage. Now, with the link underneath the video, you can actually get a free month. So you can literally just have your own carrier. You don't have to switch anything over. Just try it for 1 month free. It's basically like an IQ test. Try it for 1 month for free. And if you like it, you can just sign up for $20 a month. It's super easy. And They are a partner of the channel. They're a sponsor because I really like them. They also have something called discovery mapping. You can actually allow them to see where your location is, and you get rewarded for doing so. You can actually use these rewards to go pay for the subscription plan. Now, why are they asking where your location is? Well, they have hotspots in very busy locations, and this provides coverage. And then where their hotspots aren't located or they don't have coverage, they actually have a partnership with the largest 5G carrier in the world. So there's a link to actually the indoor hotspot too. If you want to provide this, you can, or if you want to go buy this, you can actually get rewarded in tokens as well. They have an outdoor hotspot as well. And they have a map. They actually give boosted location. So what they do is if they found that there's a lot of people using their network in one specific location, but they don't have a lot of hotspots set up, they might boost the location. For example, Miami, there are all these purple boosted locations where you can actually get extra rewards. Also in New York, there are a lot of planned boost locations as well. So if you want, I'll leave links to all this underneath the video. You can check them out. I've had a lot of people that have signed up for this unlimited plan and been very happy with it. Again, it's unlimited for just $20 a month, and you get your first month for free. So you can try it out. If you don't like it for some reason, you can always cancel. So the Bitcoin market is the least bullish that it's been since September 2023. This is overheated bull, overheated bull, overheated bull. We are nowhere near that right now. We are down significantly on the quant Bitcoin bull market cycle indicator. And if you look at RSIs, you can see that we've come down a lot on RSI. Like basically all the excitement, all the overheatedness that we had from running up from, what was it, 25K? I mean, at the bottom, it was lower than that. It was 18K. But you can see like we moved up from 16 up to 30, down to 25, up to 30, down to 25, and then just raged up to 75. So all this part where we got overheated, it's cooled down. RSI's cooled down. This is kind of the new norm. $60,000 is cheap for Bitcoin. $70,000 is on the higher side. And that's just how everyone's thinking right now. Depending on what you're looking at, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index says that we're still in greed, which is not really the case. This is a pivotal moment for Bitcoin though, because Bitcoin is at the short-term holder cost basis. As you can see here, this is typically a good thing to watch during bull markets. We have bounced off of it several times. Right now, it's in at 63.8K. Now we came just below it earlier today. If you zoom in here, we actually went to about 63.4, 63.3. So we did drop below it, but we moved above it now. So we kind of just used it as support, even if we didn't bounce perfectly off of it. You know, within a few hours, we're back above it. So it will be interesting if we can hold that as support. I think it'll be bullish. Otherwise, we are probably looking at another $61,000 drop, right? Just fall down right into the same level. And then on the lower side, 56, 57. And then if we drop even further than that, 52, 53, like that, we use this as support and bounce off of it. There will be a lot of people going on leverage if we fall down to 52, 53. There'll be a lot of people piling into Bitcoin at that point. But as you can see, this is not unnormal for this point in the market. Okay, so I come back to this chart time after time because the market cycles have been very, very similar. Every single 4 years, we have very similar markets. And maybe we don't line up this market. Maybe we top out before or after. Maybe the bottoms aren't similar. But as you can see, like we are in a very normal time where we don't usually hit all-time highs. Like we are, if you just come out from here, if you haven't seen this chart before, time moves in a circle. So each circle is one halving cycle. So we're right here. Back when the halving happened, we were right here. 2 years behind the halving was about right here. But as you can see here, we still, in all the cycles, have never hit an all-time high this early after the halving. Like at the very fastest in the past, it would be 3 months from now. We hit all-time highs, then we continue to hit all-time highs, as you can see here. But in the last 2 cycles, we have not hit all-time highs until over halfway through the year. Typically, it's like 7-8 months into the into the halving cycle. And then we don't top out for another year and a couple months from here, like a year and 4 months. Okay, that's typically where we top out the last 2 cycles. And then bottom is a year later. I'm not going to go into my thoughts because I've talked about them many times. But yeah, I think we have more time in this cycle, like more time in the bull market. We're just starting to get to the exciting part. Fidelity disclosed a $4.7 million seed investment in Ethereum ETF. Okay, so the Ethereum ETFs are coming. Be ready. Should be interesting. One crypto that I've been watching too, I've talked about Crypto Journey Daddy token a couple times on the channel before. They just announced, I believe they're going to be listed on a big exchange here soon. I can't get into that too much, I believe though. And if they did, if I'm remembering right, it's on their Twitter. But they are down a decent amount today, 17%. But I like this. The person behind this is Rodney from My Crypto Journey. Really smart guy. And honestly, I would have thought that this would have fallen down even more because of the market sentiment. So yeah, maybe a decent time to be buying in. No financial advice given, just telling you. This was much higher just a few days ago. It was at almost $9. Okay, this is back just a week ago. So it has come down significantly. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Of course, always do your own due diligence. I do hold some daddy tokens, so just full disclosure there. If you do want to trade, there are links to Margex and to CoinW, and there's that link to Helium underneath the video. Thank you so much. Get that cheap phone plan. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the